Your enemies are scared of you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your enemies are scared of you. I can promise you that. Now, y'all hear me out. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm something to watch out for. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm something to watch out for. This is what I mean by this, y'all. The real reality is your enemies are not scared of you because you are the kingpin who just came home from prison, all right? Your enemies are not scared of you because you some type of mad scientist and you got an atomic bomb that can annihilate the city. Nor is it because you may be the Mike Tyson in your neighborhood and you can knock out anybody who cross your path. That's not why your enemies are scared of you. Your enemies are scared of you because they have yet to figure you out. See, a boxer's main priority in the ring is not only to play their game, but it's to figure out what the other opponent's game is. They got to figure out their boxing style. And if I figure out your boxing style, then I can annihilate everything else that you do after that. Very similar to Terrence Crawford and Canelo, I think it's Everest or something like that. But Canelo, y'all know what I'm talking about. The point is whenever you figure somebody else out, it is easy for you to pick them apart. Family, they have yet to pick you apart. You follow what I'm saying? And so the point is that you probably don't know why they're scared of you, but I'm telling you, they're scared of you because you move incognito. You are a mystery. All right, which makes you a whole problem out here. I need y'all to understand this. But Reno, how can they be scared of me when they are over here doing this and they acting very bravado and they acting like they don't need me and they acting like this? Family, anytime your enemies conjoin with other parties who they can't stand, that's a clear indication that they are, number one, weak, but also, y'all, they're scared of you. Why would I need 50 people behind me because I'm about to fight this particular person over here? And I'm not even just talking about a literal fight. But what I am saying, y'all, is that it should not take multiple people, whether that's 3 against 1 or 30 against 1. It shouldn't take that. That's how you know your enemies are scared. That's why they running cahoots on the job. That's why people in the family got to go against you. That's why the friend group turned against you. They are all going against you because they are scared of you. They can't take you by yourself. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. They're scared of you. And so that's what we're going to speak about within this video. All right, as y'all can see, we are back with another banger, all right, on the Reno Speaks Life channel. As y'all can see, your boy just got lined up. And for those who don't know, some of y'all may know, but I do Christian rap, and so on my other channel, Reno Speaks Riches, I post my music over there. I probably won't be posting music on this channel, just being honest. I want to keep it motivation, inspiration, chosen ones, and stuff like that. However, y'all, on the Reno Speaks Riches channel, if you are interested, y'all can check out my music and stuff like that. But anyway, I say all that to say this. We got a video shoot, the live mic performance for my second single, El Shaddai, and it's going to be dropping here soon. And yeah, man, I'm excited for it, y'all. So that's why your boy a little spiffy. I got my video shoot tomorrow, and that's what's going on. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. And that's pretty much what's going on right now. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all ate, how your day been going, how you feeling, what you got going on. I mean, your business. And just to let y'all know, your boy about to have some Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, y'all, I'm going out again. Yep. I know. Y'all talk junk behind me, behind my back, or however you want to say it. But yeah, y'all, I'm getting some Outback Steakhouse. I got a steak on the way, some Caesar salad, and a baked potato, right, with all the stuff in them. But anyway, y'all, that's what I got going on. Y'all drop in the comments, let me know what y'all ate or what are y'all planning to eat. But anyway, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Number one, y'all, they can't predict your steps, all right? They can't predict your steps. Family, you are not a threat to anybody. I don't care if it's a organization, infrastructure, business, family members, even inside your relationship, a marriage. You're not a threat to nobody who can predict your every move and your every step. You follow what I'm saying? Like, have you ever paid attention to certain people who talk all the time? Like, I mean, like, They talk all the time. And when people hear them speak, it's almost like we know exactly what you're going to say. So it's not nothing that's irregular. Okay, this is a normal day. And so with that being said, it don't make people scared to, hear what you're going to say, or it don't make people stay on their toes or anything like that. You just a regular person talking. But see, when you pay attention to the person who speaks, but they only speak when it's valuable, or they only speak when it's time to, they only speak when it's something that is causing them to speak on in a significant matter, everybody is going to pay attention to them. You can't predict what they're going to say. People are waiting because they like, I don't know what it's going to be, whether it's good or bad. In a sense, they're scared. But the point that I'm making, y'all, is they can't predict your every step. That's why they are scared of you. All right. If you take a person who's married, right, and a lot of married people would probably know what I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all will. But somebody who's married, and let's just say they on the BS, they cheating, they predict their partner's every move and every step. Yeah. And that makes them comfortable in doing whatever they do outside of their spouse. Well, whenever the spouse opens up, or maybe even close up, that's what I meant to say. Whenever they close up, well, now you got to predict this particular person's step. And if you can't predict this person's step, knowing you on the BS, they're going to be a little scared because I don't know what their next move is. I don't know what they're going to do. And this can go for anything. But the point is whenever you don't know a person's step, or whenever you can't predict what they're going to say, what they're going to do, it's going to cause people to be scared of you. Point blank, period. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't predict me. Number 2, you have a discerning spirit. All right. You have a discerning spirit. So family, that discerning spirit is powerful. Whenever you got that discerning spirit, you can tell when things are not right. You know when a person is not right. All right. You know when certain things are not supposed to be taking place. That's that discerning spirit. Somebody may say, well, Reno, that's elementary. That's kindergarten, bro. That's preschool. Man, we know this, Reno, of course. Well, common sense are not so common. And that's why so many people are in jail, have passed away respectfully. All right. Or have gotten themselves in situations that could have been 100% avoided. You follow what I'm saying? Well, the point is, y'all, is they lack that discerning spirit. This is something that you have. Have you ever found yourself in a position like deciding on a job? It could be something as small as that. Just deciding on the type of job, or deciding on the job that has accepted you to work. Like they want you to work. It could be a warehouse, administration job, clerical, whatever. They want you to work. However, it's in your spirit like, no, this ain't the job for me. Right? I don't know. Maybe it was the manager that didn't sit well with you. Maybe it was the employees, the environment. Like it could be anything, but it just didn't sit well with you. Family, that's that discerning spirit. I'm telling you, that's that discerning spirit. Well, what I want y'all to understand is, y'all, when you have that discerning spirit, your enemies are going to be scared of you because they know that you're on to their game. They know this. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm on to you. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. Your confidence shields you, all right? Your confidence shields you. And so what that means is, y'all, is that a person who have a certain level of confidence, they are protected by the barriers they set for themselves. Yeah, family, when you are confident, you automatically box out certain people who's not on your level. Let me say that once again, y'all. When you are confident, you automatically box out certain people who's not on your level. Okay, so let's just take the ladies for example. Ladies, when you are confident, you're going to attract a certain type of man. All right. Every now and then you're going to have some buttholes, but for the most part, when you are confident in who you are as a woman, because a man can peek out or seek out a weak woman. I'm going to say that again. A man can seek out a weak woman from a mile away. We can smell you. All right. But the point is that when you have that confidence, you're going to weed out the manipulators. You're going to weed out the weak men. You're going to weed out the guys who are only looking, for weak women to take advantage of. Right. But guess what? When you're not walking with that confidence, when you got your head down, when it look like you can be a easy lick, a meal, when it look like you're the one who, yeah, I got me when I could take advantage of her. I could take advantage of Shawty. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. No, you're going to weed that out. You're going to weed that out whenever you walk within that confidence. You follow what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with a man, anybody, all right? Anybody. The point is that confidence shields you, okay? Confidence shields you. See, a person who moves with purpose, all right, is going to weed out the people who's not moving in purpose. And what that means is when you got that confidence, it look like you're going somewhere. It look like you're moving on time. It look like you're not going to be late. It look like you know where you're going. When you don't have that confidence, you're not moving on purpose. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. You are moving on purpose, but this causes your enemies to be scared of you because they don't know what angle to take. And not only that, but they know that you are full of power because you are you have already stepped into your purpose. Simple as that. Number 4, y'all, is going to be this right here. Intellectual intimidation. Intellectual intimidation. So here's the thing, y'all. Let's just say, and I'm going to go right back to my same, example, but let's just say a man want him a dummy. There's no other way to put this, y'all. I'm sorry, but I got to keep it 100% funky with you. A man want him a dummy, all right? A woman who he can boss around, control, tell what to do, gaslight, manipulate, the whole nine. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He wants him a dummy. Well, here's the thing. When a woman has intellectual abilities and she asks questions and she knows and she can critically think, she can think for herself. In other words, she has a mind of her own and she is mentally independent. I'm not talking about physically independent or financially independent, but she's mentally and emotionally independent. I believe that male or female, those are great qualities to have, to be mentally and emotionally independent. All right. However, y'all, some people don't want that. Going right back to it. The man who wants him a dummy, I need you to be emotionally dependent on me. So if I'm happy, you happy. If I'm sad, you sad. That's not what you want. I need a woman who's mentally dependent on me. She thinks, all right, when I think, or she think the way I think. And more importantly, if I did not give her the thought, she won't even think about it. That's not what you want. Intellectual intimidation is real. Just because you have the ability to critically think and think for yourself can scare people off. That's why I say your enemies are scared of you. Okay? Even going back to slavery days, the slaves who knew how to read and write, they were a threat. Oftentimes they were beat and picked on. Okay? Ridiculed because you know how to pick up on my BS. The point is, y'all, is that this is why your enemies are scared. You have intellectual intimidation. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. They're expecting you to seek revenge. All right? They're expecting for you to seek revenge. So, family, this right here is big. When your enemies have wronged you, when they've done some things to you, when they've said things to you, they are just expecting for you to do or be exactly who they were to you. Newsflash, you're not them. And that also shows how guilty they are. See, a lot of times, y'all, your enemies are guilty. They know they've been speaking bad about you behind your back. All right. They know that they've said things about you. They know that they tried to set you up. They plotted on you. They know they put you out there in a bad light. They know this. So they are expecting for you to be just like them. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm nothing like you. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm nothing like you. So you take, for instance, a person who you are in a relationship with or even married to, right? And let's just say they stepped out on you. However, let's also add to that you're nothing like them. You got integrity. You have morals. You have a value system, a belief system. I mean, you got so many different barriers that would keep you from hurting somebody, not because you want to save their heart, but because this is not on the inside of you, right? No matter who they slept with, no matter who they went to dinner with, no matter who they was texting and calling, you're not going to do the same thing to them, not because of them, but because of you. All right, integrity is a me thing. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Integrity is a me thing. Now, the fact that you're not going to step out on them or do the same thing they did to you has nothing to do with their guilt. It has nothing to do with how they feel about what they've done to you on the inside. So guess what? They're going to accuse you. They're going to make you feel like you're them. In fact, they're going to make you feel like you're worse than them. And it's all because, y'all listen to me, they are expecting you to seek revenge. That's your enemies all day, y'all. They are expecting for you to give them what they gave you. Don't reciprocate that energy. You know, y'all, I can honestly say this. I used to be a reciprocate that energy type of guy. Yep. But I realized that as a man, that's not the message you want to preach, number one. But number two, that's not anything you want to live by. Why do I want to reciprocate a drug addict's energy? Why do I want to reciprocate a murderer's energy? Why do I want to reciprocate somebody who have an evil spirit on the inside of them energy? Don't reciprocate their energy. Just go higher. When you think about an airplane goes higher whenever there's bad weather. You follow what I'm saying? An airplane ascend higher whenever there's a storm. Family, look at your enemies as the storm, and you be the airplane. Ascend higher. You follow what I'm saying? But family, we're going to go ahead and do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. But understand this. Your enemies are scared of you. Guaranteed. They're not built the way you're built. They're not resilient the way you are resilient. And they don't have what you have, and they're not going where you're going. But number one, y'all, they can't predict your steps. Number two, you have a discerning spirit. Number three, your confidence shields you. Number four, intellectual intimidation. And number five, y'all, they're expecting you to seek revenge. Family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, join the membership, go meet your tribe. Y'all be sure to hit the richmentalityattire.com website. Once again, y'all, richmentalityattire.com website. Get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Y'all can book a one-on-one session with your boy and check out any one of my books. And the last thing, y'all, I promise, y'all be sure to check out my new music video that's going to drop. It's probably going to drop in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But just know, y'all, we got it in the works. El Shaddai by myself, y'all, Reno, all right? But with that being said, that video is going to be on the Reno Speaks Riches channel, so y'all be sure to go over there. I'll keep y'all updated, but I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.